To the extent Mr. Master seeks an award of damages in connection with an unlawful criminal conviction, his claim is barred by the rule of Heck v. Humphrey. Heck v. Humphrey, 1994. 1994. Pursuant to Heck, if a judgment for damages necessarily would imply the invalidity of a criminal conviction or sentence, the action does not arise until the conviction or sentence has been reversed on direct appeal, expunged by executive order, declared invalid by an authorized state tribunal, or called into question by the issuance of a federal habeas writ. Now that's interesting. So that means if somebody is wrongly convicted, well, I mean, Dred Scott is, well, he's not a citizen, is he? Dred Scott isn't a damn citizen. Dred Scott is a black man. And since Dred Scott is a black man, therefore he isn't a citizen. And then let's go down the list of all the things. We know Albright v. Oliver. What happened with Albright v. Oliver? Well, Kevin Albright's going to get arrested. The case was dismissed, but he got arrested and he had to go through the entire rigmarole. And then you have Stumpfert v. Sparkman, or Stump v. Sparkman. And what happened there? Well, hell, we didn't even get a conviction with that, nor did we get a conviction with, what was that other case? You had Stump v. Sparkman, you had Albright v. Oliver, and then you had another case, which was just so ridiculous, Pearson v. Ray. Stump v. Sparkman, the mother went ahead and sterilized her daughter, and the damn judge said it was okay. The damn judge said it was all right. She wasn't even convicted, and she got sterilized. Why? Because her mother filed a petition. Hey, she's just kind of loose and just having sex with the whole damn neighborhood. So we better hurry up and get her sterilized. And then the mother, on top of that, what'd she say? The mother said to the daughter, you're just getting an appendix taken out. Let's go back to Albright v. Oliver. That's a witness who lied 50 times. So you had a lying witness who the cop believed 50 times and made 50 arrests. And then they go to court and the cases were thrown out 50 times. So just as likely as somebody who can be put into handcuffs and arrested who is innocent, you can also convict an innocent man. And I guess I need to work on those cases where an innocent person was convicted. That shit happens all the time. You had Jamal Truelove. He was convicted. Later on, 20 years down the road, they awarded him $20 million. How many times do we have to sit there and talk about when people get convicted and then 20 years later, you're going to rob somebody of 20 fucking years and then just give them a goddamn paycheck and say, sorry for robbing you of your youth. Fucking shit. Also, Heck v. Humphrey is decided by certiorari. So I asked for certiorari, or certiorari. So I asked for certiorari, a cert decision. And so they're saying that you have to at least get some judgment in your favor down the line. If you don't get some judgment in your favor down the line, why not habeas corpus? Well, that has been over-litigated. The habeas corpus has been so over-litigated, it's not even funny. So you're up against a bunch of assholes who's made it their life story to basically fuck people over on habeas corpus. That's all they do. It's been litigated a million times. They know probably about 20 different case laws which they can fuck a person over on. Then reversed on direct appeal where that goddamn asshole didn't fucking even pay attention to it. Not Brian Boatwright, but Gilbert Roman. Gilbert Roman didn't even give a shit about the damned appeal. 40 fucking errors. So if I was to take Gilbert Roman and, I went ahead and did a couple drive-by shootings, ran over his dog, went ahead and spotlighted him over and over, I would tell him, try to jackknife him, just harass the fuck out of him 200 times. And then, eventually, he says stop, and he says stop with 3 warning shots. Because I'm driving a big rig, and I jerked the wheel, and I was like, fuck you, Gilbert Roman. Nah, Gilbert Roman, fuck you. You want to sit there and walk your dogs peacefully? Maybe I just might fucking run you over. So after he's living in goddamn hell, Gilbert Roman, then, after he says 3 warning shots, right, don't you fuck with me no more. So crystal clear, don't you fuck with me no more. The communication is what? If you persist and escalate your stupid ass behavior, then there could be further consequences. So it's communication. In a way, it's almost free speech. So First Amendment and the Second Amendment and the 14th Amendment fighting against excessive, cruel, unusual punishment for no goddamn reason whatsoever. Expunged by executive order. Expunged. That's interesting. Expungement is just a sealment. So not basically done away with, but executive order, expungement, not a pardon. They're not saying a pardon, they're saying expunge, which expungement to me is a sealment. They seal the case. Declared invalid by an authorized state tribunal. Declared invalid by an authorized... What state tribunal would declare that invalid? Called into question by the issuance of a federal habeas writ. So, I don't even know what state tribunal you could even get up on, to say that the damn fucking judge. And so, okay, after I go ahead and I threaten Gilbert Roman one more fucking times, he fires 3 warning shots. Well, I call the law. Because who gives a shit, right? I've been harassing him. Hey, he's not allowed to fight back. No, I get to commit 200 crimes against him. And then the moment he says stop, well, I'm the victim here. Oh, okay. And then I call my buddy, and my buddy believes my bullshit, and my buddy goes ahead and arrests Gilbert Roman. He arrests Gilbert Roman and throws him into a paddy wagon, throws him into a pen, goes ahead and extorts thousands of fucking dollars from him. All right, you can get out for now, but you better work on your case. He works on his case for fucking 1.5 years, 27 appearances later, 8 DAs later. 8 DAs! 8 fucking DAs! What the hell does the damn cops in the court system, what do you think you are winning when you fuck somebody over and you keep doubling down saying that you didn't fuck them over? What in the hell are you winning? You're trying to say that the system is perfect, it can make no fucking mistakes? Then how come you have all these innocent people that's been thrown into the fucking prison for fucking years? Why do you have Jamal Truelove? Why do they come out and I hear the stories because they were able to get a lawyer to get them off and then they got some fucking money. But how many people languish in jail? Blackstone's ratio. What's Blackstone's ratio? 10 to 1. You would rather 10 guilty people go free than 1 innocent person to go behind bars. That means guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You got to say beyond a reasonable doubt. Well, they have 1 fucking witness. So it doesn't meet the burden of proof. It doesn't meet any of the goddamn things that they said that it was supposed to meet. You have 1 person's word. So it's my word versus Gilbert Roman's, right? Well, fuck Gilbert Roman, right? My buddy just arrested that bitch, got fucking thousands of fucking dollars. He's in the fucking system. Gilbert Roman's gonna have to goddamn stare down the fucking barrel of the system. And then after I get my cop to fucking arrest Gilbert Roman and extort him, then the cop's buddy, his judge friend, who always rubber stamps his shit, well, he feels the need to cover up his fucking buddy cop's bullshit. His wrongful arrest. Well, let's try to fucking put pressure. Let's try to exhaust Gilbert Roman. Let's do this shit. If you don't have a damn trial in 6 months, the case gets dismissed. I filed a motion to dismiss, but it was too fucking early. And then later on, okay, so now Gilbert Roman's on fucking trial. Well, Gilbert Roman says, well, there was other witnesses. It's not just my word versus his. You got Adam Clayton. You got Noah Spalding. You got not Phil Greeny, but he's a witness because he has a photograph. Phil Greeny has a photograph. There's a female that was living in Gary Gonzalez's house, the same place that Phil Greeny, the motherfucker that was harassing Gilbert Roman the most. Gilbert Roman does a whole bunch of things, files, 20 motions or so, and then the judge throws 19 of them out. They're not going to do a fucking fair trial. So after Gilbert Roman has been kidnapped, we put him on a kangaroo court where we don't allow the witnesses, eyewitnesses. You got one person versus another person. You got to find out the truth. How in the world are you going to find out the truth if you don't get any of the damn witnesses? You're just going to shove this lying liar's fucking lie down the people's throat and you're going to ignore the other guy? Because frankly, if I threaten Gilbert Roman's life by jerking the big rig, acting like I was going to run him over and his dogs when he was peacefully walking his dogs in his own backyard,
If all you have is just two people, one person accuses the other person of a crime and the other person denies it, well, just basic fucking math. Basic fucking math says you got two competing claims. There's no witness, there's 4 witnesses, so if you want to draw more light on it, so let's just go with the 2 eyewitnesses to begin with. If all you have is my accusation and Gilbert Roman saying, "Nuh-uh, this is how it went down," and he said something different, then the presumption of innocence goes with Gilbert Roman. Why would you believe my accusation? I just said some words. Well, Gilbert Roman was fucking chasing me with an AK-47 and he had a battle axe and he threw the battle axe and then he started popping off a bunch of shots. And then after he's chasing me and trying to murder me and throwing me with the battle axe, well, I'm not even scared. That's what Joe Canty says. So, I'm not even scared. I know he was trying to shoot at me and shoot towards me. And then with the shotgun with spreads, he shot with a shotgun. He was in the front yard. He was like 50 feet away from me. And then after all that, well, then I go to the next door neighbor. Well, about 1,000 feet, the closest neighbor in a rural area, a high valley, mountain valley, rural area. So the closest neighbor is 1,000 feet, 3 parcels over. Remember, I'm scared for my life. That's why I called the damn law. But wait, I'm going to testify I'm not scared for my life because none of this makes any fucking sense. When they get me on the stand, I'm not going to say I jerked the damn steering wheel. I'm going to pretend I didn't even see Gilbert Roman. Yeah, I know that it's a rural area and you can't see nothing for shit. There's only one person every, 3 miles. Oh, yeah, the one house that I drove by with the guy, 6-foot tall guy and 5 dogs. Oh, I didn't see nothing. Oh, I didn't see nothing. And then he's fucking throwing a battle axe at me, right? Now, I'm not even scared of all this. I'm going to testify at the trial. It wasn't that he tried to scare me with the weapon, which breaks the damn felony menacing definition. Felony menacing definition is not, hey! What's going on? What's going on? You spilled your water? Sit there bagging. I don't even know what you're bagging. Why is he bagging? We're having a kangaroo court, and we're not going to pull the witnesses in because Gilbert Roman says, well, that he wants to subpoena them. Well, clearly they're his witnesses. They're his buddies. They're his friends. We're going to call a sequestration. We're going to do a whole bunch. We're not going to get the witnesses. Therefore, the cops are going to run away. We're all going to fucking run away the moment that, hey, okay, Phil Greeny has a warrant out for his arrest. Now we're going to go fucking chase after a bullshit goddamn chase. If it's just between person A and person B, 2 counter narratives, the presumption of innocence says that you gotta go with the person being accused. Because maybe it's person A, maybe it's person B. The only way it seems like to me is if you can prove that one of them is a pathological liar. Which, well hell, Gilbert Roman had fucking filed a goddamn motherfucking complaint before and it was false accusations. That's just with the hypothetical. Joe Canty had lied. He lied on the stand. He had lied previously, filed a false report. And why did he file a false report? Because he stole a basketball goal. That's the guy we're going to sit there and go to the mat for. We're going to go to the fucking mat for this fucking Joe Canty. And why? Is he the most truthful person ever? Is this Jesus Christ, fucking Muhammad Ali, goddamn Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King Jr. here? Jesus Christ on the cross. We got the greatest goddamn man. Not only is one person a pathological liar, but the other one's a pathological truth teller. He's just a pillar of the community, one of the best of the best. That's total bullshit. So, if all there is competing claims, I threaten Gilbert Roman's life by jerking the steering wheel, the big rig, acting like I'm going to run his dumb ass over. Well, you think you're going to walk your fucking dogs in your backyard? Well, fuck you. Maybe I'll run you over. And then he says some other shit, right? So, the presumption of innocence, he's the accused. You're going to have to prove your case beyond a reasonable doubt. You don't break Blackstone's ratio. You don't prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. The physics don't make sense. None of this shit makes any fucking sense whatsoever. Now you get to the trial. So we went ahead and kidnapped Gilbert Roman, and we're saying, he's the bad guy, he's the bad guy. Well, it turns out Gilbert Roman, well, he called 911 a dozen or two times. And he reported the crimes that he had witnessed. So not only is he a good man, not only did he report a whole bunch of crimes, criminals don't call 911. So Gilbert Roman called the law, and then the law didn't do shit. Gilbert Roman also paid for his planning and zoning. The only dumbass in the fucking Costilla County to pay for his planning and zoning. You dumb motherfucker. So he's a lawful person. He's a lawful person by paying for his planning and zoning permits. He's a lawful person because he called 911. He's a good, honest man, working hard, playing by the rules. The only way you pay for your planning and zoning voluntarily is because you read 100 fucking pages of planning and zoning law. He got a septic tank installed. He did the shit planning and zoning said he needed to do in order to start building his house. He wanted to be a lawful member of Colorado, of Costilla County. Let's carry on. Now, Gilbert Roman's at trial. Well, Gilbert Roman, I know we're supposed to have a trial within 6 months, but fuck you. I don't care if it's 1 year and 5 months later. I don't even give a shit if you come up here 27 appearances. I don't give a shit. I'm here to fuck you the fuck over. Gilbert Roman has to go in front of 7 to 8 DAs. You had the one, Alonzo Payne. He's going to get kicked out. And then he had a little assistant. And then you have the Attorney General, Phil Weiser. Well, he sent some people from Boulder, some people from Aurora, some people from goddamn Denver, Colorado Springs. And you think any one of them assholes give a shit about the truth? And then there's a Patricia, and then there's an Ann Kelly, and then there's the fucking assistant of Ann Kelly. That's a lot of fucking DAs. And not a single one of them gave a shit about the truth. Well, I get to play lawyer. We've captured your body. You got a bond. You care about your integrity and your honor and your reputation. So fuck you. How many people, there's a guy that was selling heroin. It was the most amazing thing ever. He was like, yeah, my life has just been spinning out of control. I probably need to clean up in jail. Yeah, I sold him. I'm glad the guy didn't die. I had to do what I had to do because I was poor. He just basically I'll take whatever punishment you got to give. I'm living on the streets. I'm homeless. So at least in prison, I'll have some sort of structured environment. You get to the trial, and he already fucking Gilbert Roman wrote his own instructions. Because if you look at the definition of felony menacing, the whole thing is you pointed a gun at somebody or a deadly weapon, a bludgeon or a knife. A big rig can bludgeon the fuck out of somebody. So you have felony menacing, which means you tried to scare somebody with a deadly weapon. Well, that's what a big rig is. So I scared him with a deadly weapon. He fired a couple warning shots saying, hey, you better not fucking drive up on my yard. You better not try to run me over. You better not try to run into my house. I don't know who the fuck you are or what the fuck you're doing. He's communicating to me. If anything, he just did me a favor because I threatened his life. And he didn't threaten mine. You got the continuum of force. What do cops do? Bang, 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 just shoot people as soon as they fucking get there. But the continuum of force says you use a command. Gilbert Roman told me to leave. Then you got to use hands. Well, he's freaking 1,000 feet away. What's he got to run up on a big rig and try to wrestle a big rig down to the ground? Then he has to use a taser. Can't use a taser. Now all you got is gun. Well, with the cops, you fire center mass. When you pull your weapon, you fire center mass. You don't shoot in the arm. You don't shoot in the leg. You definitely don't shoot a warning shot. Sonia Massey, where she says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Bang, bang, bang. That one guy in Colorado took a pill. Hey, come here. Hey, get off me, man. Bang, bang, bang. Christian Glass, we just want you to get out of the car. Come on, Christian. There was an old man in northern Colorado. I can't find this story anywhere. It was a report. But basically, he called the law a bunch of times. Then the law showed up and shot and fucking killed him. So he witnessed crimes in the neighborhood. What do you expect us to fucking do? When the courts and the cops don't protect us, you're going to say we're not supposed to protect ourselves? And then we have to be the most stellar fucking citizens ever? Because if you're being harassed by a couple motherfuckers out in the middle of nowhere, well, they know each other. So they're going to try to get you to say something or do something. Well, he fired warning shots at us. And it scared us so much. I'm driving to deliver to Robert Pickrell. He's illegal, but I didn't do my due deference. He calls me up, throws some money at me. I'm going to go ahead and deliver to him, even though he's not in compliance with planning and zoning. This other guy that's in compliance with planning and zoning, well, we don't give a fuck about him. This honest, good, lawful man, who gives a fuck about his life? So Gilbert Roman writes all these instructions, meticulously written. He compares it to the Second Amendment and to Section 13 of Colorado's Bill of Rights, which says not only do you have a right to bear arms, but you have a right to bear arms in defense of home, person, and property. Well, hell, shooting a couple warning shots is defending home, person, and property. Heller says that you got a right to a handgun inside the house. McDonald's says it's incorporated to the states. And then you have the Bruin decision and then Rahami. Bruin decision says that you have a right to have a gun out in public for your protection. The Second Amendment doesn't just mean you get to just stay inside your bedroom, and then if somebody breaks into your house, breaks into your bedroom, then you get to shoot them. It says you get to walk outside of your house, onto your own property, even on the public streets, in your car. You could go to public spots. The only exceptions it made was like schools and government buildings, which specifically had a ban on firearms. But if the building doesn't have a specific ban and it's a public building, well, you could go into McDonald's, you could go to your local Walmart, your grocery store, go to some public fucking place with your AK fucking 47. I'm just defending myself. Do you have to keep it holstered? Do we have any rules with how we're going to holster it? Because in the Wild West, the whole reason a duel was significant and valid was because the guy pulled his pistol. You both had pistols inside your holster. The moment he pulled, he had intent to kill, so you defended yourself. You sit there in a duel, you look at each other, and the person that pulls their pistol first is the murdering piece of shit. You pull after he does, and you shoot him quicker than he's able to shoot you. So you shot in self-defense. That's the whole point of a damn duel. So Gilbert Roman read Colorado law, he read the Second Amendment, he read all these case laws, he read the planning and zoning laws. He's bending over fucking backwards. He's bending over fucking backwards to be lawful. At the trial, what other fucking errors was there at the trial? Well, oh my God, so Gilbert Roman is on the stand, right, or he's the accused, he's going to represent himself. Well, the damn DA is going to say, well, you had sex with your witness. One witness comes up and said, yeah, there were crimes that were happening. And then, oh yeah, by the way, he had a gun for self-defense. Oh, she didn't say it perfectly. And then, oh yeah, there were crimes happening. What? Nobody gets arrested, no investigation, no canvassing of the neighborhood, nothing at all. Who gives a flying fuck? I have videotapes, I got photographs, I got documentation. You got all the 911 calls. The shit's been happening. Robert Pickrell, Phil Greeny, Kenny Capon, Noah Spaulding, Nick Villela, Hiram Richardson. Now there's a couple good folks, and I hesitate to even mention there's Bruce, there's Melissa, there was the guy just in the corner there, kind of poor guy. Nick actually, even though he had an attitude sometimes, he actually didn't really do anything to me. Troy Zinn may or may not have killed my dog, and he may or may not have known the person who did. Noble Havens may or may not have known who killed my dog. So let's think about all the irregularities. Gilbert Roman wants to have a fair trial. Why does Gilbert Roman want to have a fair trial? Well, he's been a victim of 200 fucking crimes. You want him to just plead out on some tiny little fucking misdemeanor and just say, okay, he did wrong, he did nothing fucking wrong. No, wait, and then once you say you're guilty of a misdemeanor, then does that mean 200 crimes are fucking erased? Well, you were the bad guy. No, we fucking got that shit stuck on you. You were the bad guy, Gilbert Roman. 40 errors. So, I say, Gilbert, this witness you have is a liar. Clearly, you must have had sex with your witness. That makes your witness biased. We're not going to believe your witness. You have a person that's in the jury that's fucking goddamn motherfucking biased as shit. They were talking to the judge, best friends with the fucking judge. Hey, can you remove him for calls? Oh, no. He's biased as fuck. Does that fucking matter? Susie Lucero, she said she don't want to go testify. Cruz don't want to testify. The arresting officer doesn't want to testify. Planning and zoning doesn't want to testify. And the judge says, they don't have to testify. It says that he's a lawful man. If you could reverse the verdict, had the jury believe that Gilbert Roman was a lawful man, does the jury change their decision if the error is big enough for the jury to think that something else fucking happened? Remember, it's just two people. They have one fucking witness. Me, who lied. I threatened him with a big rig and I pretended that I didn't. Me being Joe Canty and Gilbert Roman being John Masters. So, he wanted planning and zoning to come testify, but planning and zoning, Susie Lucero knows the judge, so she don't have to testify. She's not going to get perjury or contempt charge, and she would know that he's being lawful. So what the fuck is the point of paying for planning and zoning? Both the DA and the fucking judge laughed about planning and zoning. They're fucking worthless and stupid, and only dumb people pay their fucking planning and zoning. You got planning and zoning signs all over the goddamn place. You got planning and zoning signs all over the goddamn place. What else happens to the trial? So you have 4 eyewitnesses, 3 material witnesses, Cruz, Susie Lucero, and Phil fucking Greeny. Phil Greeny had a warrant out for his arrest. Does Ann Kelly go get the fucking witnesses? Do the cops go get the witnesses? Gilbert Roman paid the police to pass out the subpoenas. The subpoenas were lawfully delivered. So Phil Greeny knew he was supposed to be there in that day. Old man Ed knew he was supposed to be in there that day. But why would a criminal fucking piece of shit right-wing sovereign Nazi give a fuck about the law? No, I know fucking Billy Bob, and Billy Bob knows fucking Harry Dale. And Harry Dale, well, he knows this fucking Soto Cruz and fucking Mike Gonzalez, and then they know the fucking... Or I know one deputy. Noah Spalding knows a fucking deputy. Oh, I'm basically in like Flynn. I get to say what I want to my deputy. He reports, he listens to me, pretends my lies are truth. Gilbert Roman also isn't going to testify because that's all they want to do is be abusive dumb fucks to him. And so instead of testifying, well, he read the rules of evidence. Again, what a moron. Fucking dumbass Gilbert Roman. Fucking reading the laws of Colorado. What a dumb motherfucker. And the rules of evidence says that if it's a public published thing, so if you wrote a letter to the editor, you had a billboard, if you put it out on YouTube, you could turn that in for evidence. Also, it was out on YouTube. There's also another rule of evidence that says if there's official documentation, you wrote what had happened, it got a stamp by an official from the court, then you get to turn in your testimony. And you get to say, you know, you don't have anybody on the stand to question, you don't have anybody to badger, you don't have anybody to talk down to like a piece of shit. I wasn't allowed to impeach Joe Canty, so I can't fucking badger, I can't yell, I can't make a fucking scene. But we're going to put me on the stand. We're going to put Gilbert Roman on the stand so we can yell and berate him, and then he's got to be cool as a fucking cucumber. What if you're talking down to me? You know, afterwards, Hobbes says that if you talk down to somebody, that's a declaration of war. So that one fucking juror was talking so stupid. 3 yes or no questions. Are you okay with child abuse? No. No. I'm not okay. I'm okay with... I'm not... can you be a fair person? Yeah. No. Yeah. Are you a racist? No. Why are you talking like such a fucking asshole? So, you know, that's good to know. When you've been talking down, people have been talking down to you your whole life, it confuses you because, oh, he's just kidding, he's just joking. You put your goodness on other people. When you put your goodness on other people and you give them the benefit of the doubt, but they're wicked to the fucking core. So Gilbert Roman wants to say his side of things. Fuck you, Gilbert. I don't care that you wrote out the fucking 20 pages of what the fuck happened. We're not going to submit that into court. We're not going to submit the article that says that a bunch of right-wing sovereign fucking Nazis are out there. We're not going to let people know that it's a criminal fucking neighborhood, including the fucking nasty, perverted McDonald's. And then Clausen was accused of shit too in the same vein. They were opposed to planning and zoning. I don't want to say violently, but they're protesting, right? They're using their First Amendment, these Nazis, Confederate KKK. If you want to go to war against America, we should not allow them to have American rights. You want to be a Confederate? Be a racist bitch. But you're not going to get this First Amendment, you racist bitch. Nor are you going to get the Second Amendment, you racist bitch, because that's a declaration of war. Contumely. Don't be contumely. Don't contumely, bro. Don't contumely me, bro. Don't be contuming me, bro. You contuming me? Chaplinsky decision says if you call somebody a racketeer or a fascist, them's fighting words. And so if somebody's trying to wrongly fucking convict you for a false fucking arrest and maliciously prosecute you, how is every word out of their fucking mouth not fighting fucking words? And then when that juror was on the fucking jury, what else? So we're not going to let Gilbert Roman testify on his own behalf. He wants to testify, but he doesn't want to be on the stand. So he figured out two ways to do it. He told what he knew on YouTube, and he was prepared. He's got all these photographs, all these videos of crimes. We're not going to let him show any of the videos of crimes. We're not going to let him show any of the photographs. 911, where do you get any of that? Nobody knows how to get 911 tapes in Costilla County. Soto Cruz, the arresting officer, doesn't have to testify. Susie Lucero doesn't. The eyewitnesses don't have to show up. Where's Noah Spaulding? Nowhere to be found. Where's fucking Clayton? Adam Clayton? Nowhere to be found. Where's Phil Greeny? Phil Greeny's aunt or whatever, the female that lives at Gary Gonzalez's house, has a photograph. Well, how's a photograph not good evidence? You got 4 eyewitnesses and 3 material witnesses. Who's the third one? Soto Cruz. Why the fuck did he arrest Gilbert Roman? Well, Gilbert Roman reported the crime of his dog being murdered to Soto Cruz. And Soto Cruz shoved the thumb up his asshole and says he's not a fucking cop. He's not here to actually fight against crimes. He's a lazy bitch and he doesn't care about crimes. He'll believe a liar's lie and then arrest Gilbert Roman later on to cover up his own goddamn wickedness and laziness. Hey Soto, why did you arrest Gilbert Roman? Because I don't like him. Well, what did you do about the Tecumseh murder? I didn't do a damn thing. Well, why not? What about the drive-by shooting, Soto Cruz? What'd you do about the drive-by shooting? I didn't do a fucking thing. Well, he said that it was probably Pickerel or Kenny Capon or somebody associated with him. What'd they say? They're my friends. Good old Troy's Inn. The Troy's Inn Ranch. That's what Soto Cruz says. There's the Troy's Inn Ranch. It's 5 fucking acres, just like anybody else. They don't have a fucking cow, don't have any sheep. What the fuck is ranch about it? He's a biased piece of shit. And then when the arresting officer he's the undersheriff, so he gets 4 other fucking officers on his side. So the undersheriff gets 4 other officers on his side. Why did they arrest him? Like, hey, Victor Hummel, remember when I called 911? No, I don't remember. The cop fucking goes ahead and lies. So a cop is lying, and then the other cop lied. Hunter Velasquez. Hunter Velasquez, I wish they would have told the truth, because I liked how Hunter took the subpoena. And I don't like how Soto Cruz ducked the subpoena, like a coward that he is. He pulled a Pickerel. He sees when Pickerel commits a crime, and then Pickerel stays in his house, an hour later after the cops get there, well, Soto Cruz can't fucking figure it out. He's a dumbass piece of shit. He can't figure that out. Wait a second, if he committed a crime, then how come he's inside his house? Because you came an hour later, you dumb motherfucker. All you gotta do to trick a damn cop, do the crime, and then stay in your house. And then they just don't know what to fucking do. Damn, this guy's a fucking genius. He must have a PhD in law. So we're not gonna say a cop lying on the stand is a fucking thing. We're not gonna say another cop lying on the stand. Hey, you remember when Gilbert Roman called the police about planning and zoning, Colin Romero tried to fucking rob you of that money? We're not going to sit there, 1 lie, 2 lies. 2 cops are going to lie on the stand. Keith Schultz didn't do his damn job. Talk about deliberate indifference. The fucking sheriff, we're just going to question him 1 time and then release him. We're not even going to cross-examine him. We're trying to make 1 guy look like an asshole. Gilbert Roman, you stupid asshole. We're going to get a cop to lie against you, another cop to lie against you, and then we're going to get the main eyewitness to lie against you too. Not only is he going to lie against you with the things you say he's lying about, but he's going to lie right there. Hey, have you ever been convicted of false reporting? Nope. Well, I got proof right here. Well, yeah, I mean, I did, but I didn't. You just perjured yourself. That's 6 years in jail. If the fucking judge wants to be as big of a fucking authoritarian asshole, borderline fucking Nazi, it's incredible. The Nazi government officials cover up for the Nazi fucking criminals. It's like the right-wing sovereign's been out there for so fucking long. The damn system of Costilla County become fucking right-wing sovereign. Nazi motherfucking Confederate KKK motherfuckers. And then, where's the Supreme Court? And then where's the damn appeals court at? So we're going to get one cop to lie against Gilbert Roman, two cops to lie against Gilbert Roman. Joe Canty is going to lie clear as day on the stand. He's the whole fucking testimony. He lied a bunch of times. He's going to say, oh, so me on the stand, if I'm Joe Canty, what? I didn't threaten him by jerking the steering wheel. I didn't even see him. Then why is he fucking throwing a battle axe at you? And then you weren't even scared? He's running after you, throwing battle axes at you, and you're not scared. Oh, I'm just... Joe Canty testifies that it was my attitude later on. That's what pissed him off. Guess what? That's not a fucking crime. Hobbes says that it's, indication of war. He says that you got peace when people around you don't want to declare war, haven't declared war on you, aren't ready to go into battle against you. When you contumely people, when you Chaplinsky people, when you insult them, say bad things about them, you just hate them to the core of your fucking being, that's a declaration of war. So we're going to let Joe Canty's lies fucking persist. We're going to let Hunter Velasquez lie. We're going to let Soto Cruz not testify why he's a fucking incompetent, lazy. Oh, when I told him about my dog being murdered, he was flirting with some mother and her daughter. I guess he was flirting with the mother. Who knows? But he's going to sit there, not do a damn thing when he heard about a felony, not do a damn thing when a fucking drive-by shooting happens. And then when a guy that he knew, he doesn't know that he's an honest person. He just happened to know him from here and there. Said something about the guy that's been calling 911, been reporting the crimes, fucking did his planning and zoning shit. We're going to arrest that guy. Fuck you, Gilbert Roman, you dumb motherfucker. Trying to build a house in Costilla County. You're not a Nazi piece of shit. Only Nazi pieces of shit. Criminal motherfuckers. If you're not a Nazi, you better be a Crypt or a goddamn Blood or some shit. Because if you're not a Nazi, Blood or Crypt or MS-13 or Trinidad Aragua, then you better get the fuck out of Dodge. Because you're not allowed to defend yourself. Not lawfully, not rightfully. And the cops and the courts ain't going to do shit for you. You had one juror that was there. He was the alternative. He gets dismissed early. The sequestration. The fucking accusing, the only witness Gilbert brings in is just one witness that said crimes were happening. One day, Gilbert Roman takes a buddy that asked him to take him shopping at Dollar General store, and then when he goes, he hadn't left his house for a month, that month, but for a whole year, he's basically a prisoner in his own home. When he goes out that one day, within that 1 hour, he's got 5 fucking cars all around him. Oh yeah, we're not gonna say anything's wrong with that. No, nothing to see here. Nothing suspicious about that. There's a fucking dump truck from the fucking biodiesel plant. You got 1 pickup truck, 2 pickup truck, a car, an SUV, 5 fucking vehicles in the middle of nowhere. The 1 fucking hour that you went to the goddamn dollar store to help a friend out that said a friend in need. To help a guy out that was in need. And then was he a part of it? Pete? Was that preacher Pete? Was he a part of the damn thing too? Clearly he was. And since these motherfuckers are sitting there discussing and talking amongst their fucking selves, only Nazi, Confederate, KKK, Bloods and Crips and Trinidad Aragua is allowed to live around here. You better be a smart fucking criminal motherfucker who never calls the law, never reaches out to the courts, and you'll defend yourself because, well, fuck it. Being a man, you gotta defend yourself, right? And in fact, there's one guy who didn't really mess with me that much, but he says he goes to the person's house and he scraps with them. So instead of defending themselves with a warning shot or shooting at the person, he's going to knock on your fucking door and say, come on out, I'm fighting you, you motherfucker. Nah, come out of your door, I'm fighting you. So that's who we're going to respect. Fucking Nazis with guns, a bunch of fucking harassing bitches, a bunch of cowardly motherfuckers who don't know how to fucking read the law, don't have any morals. If you got no morals and you don't have any law, what do you got? You got nothing. You got nothing. What other errors? What other errors? We're not going to listen to his instructions. Oh yeah, you use it's a Second Amendment case too, so you would think right-wing sovereigns would give a shit about the Second Amendment. You would think the NRA would care about the Second Amendment. You would think conservatives or Republicans would care about the Second Amendment. Nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, right, Gilbert Roman, like he read the fucking law. Yeah, right, Gilbert. You're allowed to defend home, person, and property. Not in America, you're not. Not in Costilla County, Colorado. You're not allowed to use a goddamn gun to defend your home, person, and property. You don't have a gun. You can't defend yourself in the home with a gun, or right outside your home, or out in public with a gun. No sirree, Bob. Fucking Gilbert Roman, what the fuck are you doing? Reading the freedoms like they're actually real. No, the goddamn police and the fucking judges, they get to make up the fucking law, make it up as they go, do as the fuck as they please, and because the system is perfect and the system always fucking works, we're gonna fucking rape the shit out of Gilbert Roman. We're gonna rape him legally, we're gonna rape him fucking financially, we're gonna rape him up and down the fucking street with harassment, crimes, rape the fuck out of him and just keep raping him and not stop with the fucking raping. Not stop with the fucking raping. He called the law, nobody did a damn thing. And then the moment somebody calls the law on him, he gets arrested. Well, he talked to the police like a dumbass. You thought you were going to tell the truth to the cops and they were going to fucking listen to you and they were going to try to figure out the truth and then try to resolve the conflict, amicably, so that way we all can just shake hands and be best friends. What a fucking moron. You took this thing to trial, Gilbert Roman, thinking that the truth would come out, you would get your exoneration, and now you see the 200 fucking crimes that were committed against you, and now the damn system is going to be on your side. Gilbert Roman, you're a dumb motherfucking piece of shit. What a dumbass bitch you are, you dumb fucking piece of shit bitch. What a dumb Gilbert Roman fucking dumb fuck. He didn't even read my appeal. He says, no, you got to go back there and get more fucking bullshit from these motherfuckers. I got 40 fucking errors. You ain't going to consider any of them, motherfucker? And it's all Colorado law. The instructions, you're allowed to put your own instructions. Is it felony menacing or is it defense of home, person, and property? Because if you think it's defense of home, person, and property, then you can't put a felony menacing. Well, we're not going to put that instruction in. No, what about self-defense instructions? We're not going to put that in either. Yeah, Gilbert Roman, you're not allowed to defend yourself. You're not allowed to defend yourself, home, person, and property. You don't have the Second Amendment. You don't have the American Bill of Rights. You don't have the Colorado Bill of Rights. We don't care if you're educated, smart, intelligent. We don't care if you're honest, good, lawful, righteous, virtuous. We don't give a shit. We've caught your fucking body, so we get to rape you all the live-long days. Drain you, take your property, take your sticks, take your house, take your land, take everything away from you. Oh, man, and I'm the privileged one in this fucking... Hey, I go to fucking University of Louisville and all the liberals there were sitting there talking about how privileged I was. Oh, yeah, so fucking privileged. Oh, man, I'm so fucking privileged, let me tell you. What else said Gilbert Roman? So he goes to a kangaroo court. We kidnapped Roman. We put him through a bullshit fucking process. And then we said, you're a bad guy, Gilbert. Gilbert appeals, and he appeals again. And then he appeals again because we got a federalist system, right? So you got the state courts and then you got the federal courts. Nobody wants to hear Gilbert because fuck Gilbert Roman. Stupid ass, short little tiny ass fucking criminal bitch. Fucking dumbass motherfucker. He's never read the law. He don't care about the law. All that money to fucking subpoena, all that fucking wasted time to do the thing right. To file the fucking appeal. Gilbert Roman had to pay people to watch over his fucking property. Nah, we don't want to hear the 911 tapes. We don't want to hear about the people in the community. And we don't even want to hear the 4 eyewitnesses. So what do the 4 eyewitnesses, what did they see? Gilbert Roman is sitting there saying, I threatened him with a big rig. No, I didn't. I wasn't even driving a big rig. Well, okay, I was driving a big rig. But, I'm a liar. No, I'm not a liar. What am I trying to say here? Gilbert Roman's 50 foot away, shoot with the shotgun, and not a single fucking spread, not a single fucking shrapnel, nothing hit the fucking truck. Fucking liar. Threw a battle axe, shooting at the guy, and then it's not that he was afraid for his life, so it's not felony menacing. Technically, the definition, it's not felony menacing. Well, the judge should have been like, dismissed, there's not enough evidence here. You can't convict people if you don't have the fucking evidence that says that they did it. A guy lied, and then you assholes want to play judge, play cop, play fucking prosecutor, and none of y'all give a fuck about the damn truth. Millions, billions of dollars we spend on these motherfuckers, and they don't give a damn about the truth.